Hello learners, I am Dr. Parveen Babar. I am working with Jawaharlal Nehru University as Deputy Librarian. So, in this part, we will be learning today about the Model Acts and the bills. So, Model Acts and Modern Library Acts, which we say, is basically a document which is prepared for the guidance to prepare for a bill for placing before the assembly. The fundamental of any library model act includes the financial competence, public library convention up to the rural level, independent state library intellectual property in the form of published bibliographies in the state, publication of the library, anything involving the publications and similar kind of things. So, Model Act is based on the British model which was coined by Dr. S. R. Ranganathan in India. He brought this idea in 1928 with establishment of the Madras Library Association, and this particular association initiated under his headship a brainstorming session which was made for why we need to enact a model library act. And in that direction, first All Asia Educational Conference was held in Banaras on 26th to 30th December in 1930. In this conference, Dr. Ranganathan prepared this first draft of the Model Library Act, and the copy of the same was distributed to all its members for further discussion. During this presentation, what Model Act is, we will be taking Model Act and Bill as a synonym of the word. That means that these two have been a similar words being taken, but Model Act as such is different from the bills, because when it comes to the parliament or the assembly, it becomes a bill in final. Now, you can see on the screen the Model Public Library Acts in India. There are 5 acts which have been available till now. The first act is the Union Library Bill, which is at the state level and has been prepared by Dr. S. R. Ranganathan in 1951. The second one is a revised version which came, in fact there were number of revisions which came during from 1930s to 1972, which Dr. Ranganathan gave from time to time. Another model public library bill was given by Ministry of Education, Government of India in 1963. Then we have Model Public Libraries Bill which was given by Planning Commission, Government of India in 1963 again. And we had Model Public Library and Information Services Act, which was being drafted by Professor V. Venkapaya in 1989, and it was sponsored by Indian Library Association, and the revisions came of it in 1995 and later on. So, we will be discussing all these model acts, model public library acts one by one in this session. So, the first one is the Model Union Library Act. Now, what Modern Union Library Act is, the Government of India appointed a committee in the year 1948 to suggest the possibilities of establishing a national central library, particularly in New Delhi. So, Dr. S. R. Ranganathan, as a member of the committee, drafted the library development plan for that was a 30-year program for India with draft bill for union and constituent states. It was known for the Union Library Bill as such. And the salient feature of these bills, Modern Libraries Act, were that it had to be a constitution of a national library authority. It will have a national library authority. Then it will have the establishment of a system of national central libraries, that is national copyright library should be there. Then there should be a constitution of National Library Committee for the purpose of advising the National Library Authority on all matters arising under the Act referring to it. That means we have National Library Authority, we have National Central Library, for which we have a National Copyrights Library, and then we have a National Committee, National Library Committee, which will be proposing all the or advising all the all the rules and regulations under this act. Then again we have a constitution of a National Library Fund. The sources, the resources, the amount, the financial things will be coming under the National Library Fund. And further amendment, there was need for the amendment to the Delivery of the Books Newspaper Act of 1954, which was being proposed under this Union Library Act. Later on, the union government did not take much of the interest either for opening a National Central Library at New Delhi. When it was proposed, the government didn't have any interest in that, and they didn't pass any Union Library Act. As per the constitution, it may not be possible to pass the Union Library Bill without amending the Constitution of India. That was the basic problem it was arising, that they need to amend the Constitution of India, because in the Constitution the subject libraries and education were originally included in the state list. It was not included in the Constitution of India, it was not included in the central list, it was under the state list. So through the 42nd Amendment of 1976, education was omitted from the state list and was added in the concurrent list of the Government of India. Libraries still remain under the state list. So whatever the legislation, as I told earlier also, that library legislations are under the state list of Government of India. If the union government wants to have a library legislation at national level, it has to amend the constitution by shifting the items of the library from state list to the union of the concurrent list. Till such time it is not possible, it was not possible at that time also, and it has not been made till today also, to make this provision under the union library legislation under the concurrent list. So this is how the Union Model Act was being formed. The Model Union Library Act was formed and being drafted. Next model is of Model Act of Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. Dr. S.R. Ranganathan initiated the Model Library Act as a conference, under a conference paper during All Asia Educational Conference, which was held in Banaras in 1930, and later he received it as a Models Public Library Act. He attempted, or there were multiple attempts were made to introduce this Model Act in West Bengal in 1930s, and further in Madras as a feature to provide a basic features with the Model Act. The provision was made. The main components or the features of this Model Act was that Model Library Acts will provide a system of public libraries for the city, for the rural areas and other areas. Then as per the provision, Ministry of Education shall be the State Library Authority, which is known as SLA, State Library Authority, and it shall be the duty of the State Library Authority to provide the adequate library services in the state. Then we had constitution of the State Library Committee, which was for the purpose of advising the State Library Authority on all the matters arising under this act. There was also a constitution of Local Library Authority, which was enumerated as LLA, for each city and one for each district. So Local Library Authority was also constituted under this. The State Library Authority and government and the Local Library Authority can raise or may raise the library rate in such a manner and at such a cess that it may be determined from time to time. So, cess provision was also made under this Dr. Ranganathan's Act, Model Act, to collect the cess from the local authority, state library authority, under the provision of state library authority and local library authority. Then library legislation and Model Public Library Act bills were defined in this format. Next, we will be discussing about the model bill of the Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education, Government of India appointed a committee with Dr. M.D. Sen as chairman. The committee prepared the Model Public Library Bill in 1963. The silent features of this bill were that there should be a constitution of State Library Authority, the apex body, to advise the government on the matters or in the matters of the developing libraries. There will be a constitution of the State Library Directorate for directing and controlling the system. Then there was a constitution of District Library Committee in each district level. The treatment of employees should be as government servant was being proposed in this model bill of Ministry of Education. Then there was a for the collection of the cess, it was being proposed that at rate of 6 paisa per rupee on house tax and property tax will be levied. So, this was what model bill of Ministry of Education proposed. Next was the model bill for the Planning Commission. The Government of India Planning Commission constituted a working group on the libraries. It was for advising on the development of the libraries during the fourth 5-year plan which was there at that time. The working group recommended a library development scheme to be implemented in the fourth plan period with a financial commitment of rupees 309 million. During the plan period, it was contemplated to establish new libraries and maintain and improve the existing libraries. So, 309 million rupees were being financially being committed at that time. During this plan period, it was contemplated to establish the new libraries and it, as I told, and the working group submitted its report for this in 1965. The report was appended by the Model Public Libraries Bill, which had some features like the features were like establishing and maintaining and developing a integrated, adequate and public library services in all the states. It also proposed that the constitution of the committee of experts be prescribed the standards of the service. So, for standards of the service, a committee of experts was constituted to give its provisions. Provision of the State Library Council to advise the government in the promotion and development of library services was also being proposed. There was also a provision to establish a State Library Directorate to control, direct and supervise the library system in the state. Then there was an establishment of public library system which consists of state central library and state regional libraries. This was particularly for the bilingual states, and there was a provision of district library system was also made to be established. This bill, model bill, didn't had any library cess. The government, it was proposed that the government shall maintain the public library system of the state. So, that was the major difference from other bills, that the library cess was not being incorporated in this bill. Now, we will be discussing about the Model Library and Information Services Act, which was being requested by Indian Library Association, New Delhi, by Dr. Venkapaiah, who drafted the Model Public Library Acts in 1989. in the view of the developments at that time, and this model was discussed in the National Seminar on the Library Legislation, which was held in 1990. So, there were lot of developments at that time in the country which made this model to be designed. These included that new panchayat and municipal acts were coming up, and after amending the constitution in 1992, it was being thought that there should be a model library act, and then in 1994 UNESCO also had a public library manifesto. So it was being suggested by UNESCO also, and then there was total literacy campaign which emerged, which made it necessary to have this kind of library act. Dr. Venkapaiah had revised the Model Library and Information Service Act in 1995 also, and later also, and the main salient features of this act were that state and library information services will be based on the state policy. For the constitution of the state library authority will be at the apex level, with the ministry for libraries as chairman and as policy making and executive body. There will be a formation of the Directorate of Public Libraries for streaming the administration. The act also incorporated the constitution of the city district library authorities for rendering service from district to the village level. There was also provision to be kept for a network of public libraries and information services from state level to the village level. It also had the constitution of the state library and information services. The collection of the library cess on house tax and property tax, and through entertainment tax and the professional tax and vehicle tax, etc., were being incorporated, that cess were being levied on these kind of taxes under this act. There was also constitution of state boards for education, book production and coordination. Accountability was put on the public expenditure and services under the act. So, these were the salient features which were under this Model Library Act provided by Dr. Venkapaiah. Then what are the impact of the Model Acts? Let us see what these Model Acts have the basic impact on the libraries and the system. Basically, attempts were made to introduce the public library bills in West Bengal and Madras. So, the acts could not be passed due to some of the compulsory financial clauses. But after independence, the public library acts were passed in Madras, as you know, in 1948. Then it came in Hyderabad in 1955. Then in Andhra Pradesh, it came in 1960s, and then Karnataka in 1963, respectively. And then henceforth many acts came in many of the states after that. So, these acts have structurally adopted to certain extent that the model act of they were on the model of Dr. S. R. Ranganathan, and there is no impact of the model bills of Ministry of Education and Planning Commission for passing library acts in these states of India. So, ILA circulated the model act by and to all the states. So, this is how the impact of the library model acts have been made. So, now we will be summing up what we have learned in this session. We should define all the basic components or instruments. We should also define the configurational structure of the system of libraries through the model acts. It should state the government, we should state the government apparatus such as library committees and the board of management and the like systems. We should also define the system of a cadre, recruitment and concept of professional excellence of library and information professionals. The act should also set up tiers of organization for continuous financial support and utilization. Another component is that we should also provide various type of services for regular and specialized citizens under the Act. The Act should also set up the ways and means of reporting about services rendered to the professional authorities as well as to the administrative authorities by establishing a modern monitoring system and to make everything customed and streamlined. Finally, the Model Act should also provide a complete library system that would also look into the preservation of various kind of documents as well as dissemination of information contained in them. Then only a sound Model Act can be prepared. So, I hope you have understood what Model Library Acts are and how they are defined, what are their salient features. Thank you.